I went to work out with Golden State and Orlando. Those are the only two teams. When I went to Golden State, Don Nelson is sitting in the stands, and me and Tim Hardaway are playing one-on-one. Basically, Don Nelson put his goon, little Timmy, he's a dog. They put the goon on me. The goon will tell me if this young dude can play or not. And me and Timmy went at it. I forgot how many games we played, but Don Nelson was sitting in the stands like he was eating popcorn, like, damn, this is good. Me and Timmy are playing one-on-one. Can you imagine that? Me and Tim Hardaway playing one-on-one in the arena in front of Don Nelson. That was cool. And then when I went to Orlando, bro, the first time I went down, nobody picked me up from the airport. Now I'm projected to go top 3, top 4.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, really. And I get there and I'm walking in the airport, and this news anchor dude came up to me, like the sports reporter. And he was like, I'm with whatever channel he was with. And he was like, I'm here to interview you. I was like, cool. So he interviewed me. And then I was like, man, can you take me to the arena? Nobody's here. I'm supposed to be at Orlando Arena. And when we were going to the arena, I said, can you stop by McDonald's? We got something to eat. So I'm in the car with the dude. We chopping it up. We eat McDonald's. And then we're headed to the arena. He drops me off. I shake his hand. The dude that picked me up from the airport and took me to the McDonald's was Stuart Scott, bro. It ended up being Stuart Scott.
What? That's crazy. He was
in Orlando doing anchor work, and I didn't know who he was. He was like, yeah, my name's Stuart. And it ended up being Stuart. We laughed about that our whole careers, bro. Rest in peace, Stuart Scott. And he told me that he went to North Carolina. He knew who I was, all of that. And it was Stuart Scott that picked me up from the airport the first time around. So the first time around, I went to the arena. I met the strength and conditioning coach. And all we did was some drills. And I broke all the records that had been given. Whoever did the shuttle, whoever did the sprints, whoever did the high jump, I broke everything. I was serious about every single thing that I did. The most amount of sprints, the most touches, the most jump, whatever it was, I shattered the records or whatever. And I was actually filming the movie Blue Chips at the time.
Yeah.
I flew back to LA. I told Shaq, I was like, yo, nobody picked me up from the airport. So Shaq made a call and was like, what's going on? What's happening? So I went back down about 2 or 3 weeks later. And they put a pickup game together, and their goon was Anthony Bowie. Shout out to AB. That was one of my favorite teammates. Yep. He was the guy. Me and Dennis Scott played on the same team, and Nick Anderson, and we played against Anthony Bowie and some other guys. And man, I destroyed the workout. And then when I went back to LA, I told Shaq, I took care of business. Down there. There's no way they're not gonna pick me. I put enough work in that they were gonna get me, and they did.